like arguing with each other. But I would suggest to the folks who are concerned about AIDS funding, take a look at what the Republican leadership has to say about AIDS funding.
All right, you hear him responding to hecklers there. I want to bring in two people now who would never heckle the president from the College National Republicans Committee. Rob Lockwood, he's the communications director for that group, and also Michael Worley is the communications director for the College Democrats of America. Look at those two guys. They would never be yelling at the president, I know. Gentlemen, good morning. Thank you both for being here. Michael, let me start with you and the Democrats. We keep hearing about this enthusiasm gap. Republicans are just more enthused about going to the polls this time around, and the young folks as well on the Republican side. Would you concede that point that Republicans right now, including young Republicans, are more excited than you young Democrats?
Well, it's difficult to see that enthusiasm gap amongst the 300 people that attended the first meeting of the College Democrats at my university, American University in Washington, D.C. It's difficult to detect an enthusiasm gap amongst the 26,000 students that we had at the University of Wisconsin-Madison rallying with the president just a few weeks ago. I think that students understand the difference in this election. They understand the risks that we're facing with a Republican control that wants to cut 20% of higher education funding. We don't need to go back to the days where students that are being hit with higher tuition also have further cuts. So they understand the difference, and they're excited for this election.
Now, Michael, you sound like you're on your talking points. And, Michael, it sounds like you threw out a couple of numbers at me. 300 at one meeting, 26,000 at a rally at a college campus. But you are telling me, despite those two numbers you just named, that you don't believe it at all, despite whatever poll might be out there, that Democrats, even young Democrats, don't share the same enthusiasm right now as Republicans.
What I'm saying is that from my personal experience, that's what I've seen. What I've seen is these large numbers turning out. I mean, I think that just last weekend, 120 college Democrats from the D.C. area got on two buses, even during midterms, and went up to work for an entire weekend for Joe Sestak in Pennsylvania. College Democrats are enthusiastic. College students are enthusiastic about these midterms. So from personal experience, I can tell you that we have seen that enthusiasm.
Well, Rob, you tell me what your personal experience has been among the Republicans. He can tell me there, sure, we got 120 going up to work here, 300 a meeting here, 26,000 a rally there. Can you match those numbers, and can you exceed the enthusiasm that he says exists on the Democratic side?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it starts off, we have a program called Operation Red November, which means that we have 25 full-time field reps who are paid by the College Republican National Committee to be in 5 battleground states. And we've recruited over 25,000 new college Republicans alone, which is an unprecedented level. And those volunteers thus far have turned out 30-plus thousand volunteer hours for statewide victory. And that's a level that the College Democrats can't compete on right now.
Can't compete. I want to ask you about something else here, Rob, that you guys have up on your website, and it's a direct quote. It says, the ground has never been more fertile to win the generational allegiance of America's youth. What do you guys mean by that?
Well, the young vote is up for grabs for true this time. I mean, recent polling is showing that 66% of kids in 2008 voted for President Obama and the Democrats. Right now, his approval rating is at 44%, which means that there's 20+% of independent voters who are truly looking to realize the power of ideas, not just the power of personality when it comes to politicians and their policy that they're in favor of. And so when you win the generational attitude for college students, because those are the most formative years in terms of shaping a political opinion, so if you win their allegiance now and they believe in the ideas, it's relevant for 2010, it's relevant for 2012, 2014, and 2016 at least, and then everything's up for grabs again. So that's why we say it's fertile, because right now kids are looking to the power of ideas.
Well, Michael and Rob, I want you all to listen to something. This is part of a campaign that the Republicans are doing right now, essentially calling for the youth who may have supported Obama last time around to essentially break up with him. And Michael, I'm going to ask you about it after we take a look at it.
We met on Facebook. He had me. I hope it changed.
You were the man.
He hung out with Ashton Kutcher. You're not wrong.
Lady and Madonna. Our parents warned us about this.
This is the one.
The way you dropped the tray sent a chill down my leg.
Then it occurred to us. He lied to us.
Then you started spending all my money and telling me what to do all the time.
There was flying around.
Control freak. You wanted to be my doctor, my banker? Where's the job at?
It's not me yet. It's definitely over.
Okay, Michael, let me bring you in. I guess no matter what, you could probably say it's pretty funny and kind of creative, but essentially playing to what a lot of young people can relate to, relationships where you were promised one thing by that college sweetheart or whoever it may be, and then you end up breaking up with them when you really find out about them. Do you find some truth to that, or in your experience, some of the young Democrats you deal with,
that, yes, we thought we were getting